Ronnie was then almost 30 and had been without a home from the age of 15, living in and around Cardiff and moving from job to job. Rob would sometimes see him at a youth club he ran. To make him feel as welcome as possible, they asked their family to bring him a gift for Christmas, anything from a pair of socks to some smellies. I can remember him now. He was sat at the Christmas table and he had these presents and he cried because he'd never known that sort of feeling of love, you know, said Diane. It was incredible, really, to watch. Ronnie, pictured with Rob and Diane's son Lloyd at Christmas, was very hands-on in helping out with the children and would often say, "I'm good with kids, I am." The pair planned to let him stay until the day after Christmas, but when the day came, they couldn't bring themselves to cast Ronnie out and sought advice from the authorities. The homeless center told them Ronnie needed an address to get a job. Rob said, "But to get an address, you need a job." Ronnie Lockwood had autism and was left homeless after being ejected from a care center at the age of 15, put in a care home when he was just 8 years old. Ronnie disappeared from Cardiff aged 11, said Rob, and it was only when he was researching for his book, A Knock on the Door, did he discover what happened to him. He had been sent 200 miles away to a school which was referred to in a report as a school for subnormal boys, and he lived there for 5 years. He didn't have any friends there. He had no social worker that knew him. He had no teachers that knew him. Rob said Ronnie would often ask, "Have I done a bad thing?" Something which they believe he picked up from his time at the school. He was always worried he had offended you or done something wrong. Aged 15, Ronnie was sent back to Cardiff to nothing, they said. Diane says Ronnie came into his own, helping out with the children when she was suffering with chronic fatigue syndrome. Meath couple said Ronnie was a bit awkward to begin with as he would struggle to make any eye contact and conversation was kept to a minimum. But then we got to know him and, in truth, we got to love him, they said. They helped Ronnie get a job as a waste collector and took him to buy new clothes after finding out he wore the same clothes he was given as a teenager at the school. "We didn't have kids of our own. It was like dressing your kids for school. We were proud parents," said Rob. "As we came out of the shop, Diane said to me, 'He's got a job as a dustman. We've dressed him up as though he's the front man of the Dorchester Hotel.'" Rob laughed. Rob, who was a lawyer, would get up an extra hour early to drop Ronnie to work before going to work himself. When he would get home, Rob said Ronnie would often be sitting there, just smiling, and one night he asked, "Ronnie, what's amusing you so much?"